Don't miss a moment of Steve Nallon's Ghost Stories on tour. We're going to see Steve live on stage, his showreel, clips from the book and some stars of stage and screen, all at the Talking Pictures Festival.
Solo. Well, our next guest really doesn't need any introduction. He's one of the country's finest impersonators. Spitting Image, he's Margaret Thatcher, and among many others. So, without further ado, let's roll his reel.
Pray be upstanding for your most gracious sovereign, the Queen.
Good evening, boys.
Good evening, your Majesty.
Well, how do you feel about doing full frontal nudity? On Songs of Praise? No, in the new play.
You cheeky monkey.
You won't do it, will you? Oh dear.
I can't say that I'm keen, but on the other hand, I ought to do it because I'm an actress.
Oh yes, you're a classical actress of the highest order.
The French people want European political union.
I've spent 10 years getting rid of the union, so you can sod right off.
Yeah, thanks.
Richard Jason.
Is that Richard Jason MP?
Yes.
Victor Jeffrey Sachs had come to the New Statesman from Spitting Image and brought with him Steve Nallon.
It might be quite nice if she took her teeth out.
I was just trying to be true to the spirit of Thatcherism.
All you care about is number one.
I thought that's what Thatcherism was all about.
Of course it is, of course
A very awkward age, you know, just approaching the change.
Approaching the change. From which direction?
My name's Cassandra, but people call me Cassie. I said, that lump in the sea, that's what you're looking for.
What's that?
Oh, I've seen this film.
Yeah.
There's a mistake in it, by the way. Can you spot it?
Oh, well, this is from Carry On Columbus. Keep your eyes peeled. But I said no, and Leon pleaded, but I said no, 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 no. And to Turkey, I said no, 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 no,
OMG, it's Margaret Thatcher, my hero. Oh, yes. Rupert, that's incredible. You beast. What are you doing to me? Oh, go on. Take me. I'm powerless to resist.
How many men you down to?
4 pawns and a bishop.
Secrets. Something you do every day. Well, can I say to Deb Thora that one of the things that I do every day is...
You can tell me after, if you like.
Please welcome Steve Nallon and Mike Reed.
Thank you, thank you.
Who are you?
Who am I today?
Who are you today? Yeah.
I tell you, the only time I really did it in public was when I went to see one of the Harry Potter movies, and there's a row of young children in front of me, and they're all on their mobile phones. I was really cross. and I waited until the scene with Alan Rickman as Severus Snape. And as soon as it had finished, I leant over to the row and said, "Switch off your devices." And I'd never seen mobile phones switch off so quickly. Carolyn's case was the downstairs lavatory. Yet they began to feel that those penetrating orbs of old Hattie were observing them even when their backs were turned. Now, Adam and Calvin were a very social couple, and they always had good wine and tea and light refreshments, and these would flow as would the conversation. But it went from hope to disappointment. Yes, oh, man, you had words, and it's only when you start putting all those words together, good morning, Vietnam, thank you, boys, and all the total thing that he did. Oh, yes, indeed, and that's the one. That takes time to develop that range of words that she was always an interesting character. She has acknowledged that she did a. On Downton Abbey, she was always doing up and down. She learned all that from Kenneth Williams. They did a review together in the 1960s, I think.
Wonderful to hear Steve bring those characters to life on stage. Stay tuned for Steve's full showreel and some star interviews coming up, all from St Albans and the Talking Pictures event. Steve Nallon's Ghost Stories on tour.
Pray be upstanding for your most gracious sovereign, the Queen.
Good evening, boys.
Good evening, Your Majesty.
Well, how do you feel about doing full frontal nudity?
On Songs of Praise?
No, in my new play.
No, you cheeky monkey.
You won't do it, will you? Oh, dear.
No, I can't say that I'm keen, but on the other hand, I ought to do it because I'm an actress.
Oh, yes. You're a classical actress of the highest order.
The French people want European political union.
I've spent 10 years getting rid of the unions. They can sod right off.
Yeah, thanks.
Richard Jason.
Is that Richard Jason MP?
Yes.
Director Jeffrey Sachs had come to the New Statesman from Spitting Image and brought with him Steve Nallon.
It might be quite nice if she took her teeth out.
I was just trying to be true to the spirit of Thatcherism.
All you care about is number one.
I thought that's what Thatcherism was all about.
Of course it is, of course it is.
A very awkward age, you know, just approaching the change.
Approaching the change. From which direction?
My name's Cassandra, but people call me Cassie. I said, that lump in the sea, that's what you're looking for.
Look at that.
Oh, I've seen this film.
Yeah.
There's a mistake in it, by the way. Can you spot it?
Oh, well, this is from Carry On Columbus. Keep your eyes peeled. Very well.
But I said no, and Leon pleaded, but I said no, 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 no. And to Turkey, I said no, 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 no,
For
no,
God's sake,
no,
Robert.
no. No, no, no. You turn if you want to.
OMG, it's Margaret Thatcher, my hero. Oh, yes. Rupert, that's incredible. You beast. What are you doing to me?
Oh, go on. Take me.
I'm powerless to resist.
How many men you down to?
4 pawns and a bishop.
Steve's. Something you do every day. Well, can I say to Dame Thora that one of the things that I do every day is...
Know. You can tell me after if you like.
Oh dear, something had obviously upset Hattie.
Personally, it was great to see everything realised on stage. We had a wonderful time, sold many books to people who are really interested in the ghost stories, and it was just a wonderful experience for everyone, I think. Personally, it was really nice to see my showreel up on stage, and a real highlight was meeting Tommy Cannon and his lovely wife. We talked a lot about his book. I read his book as soon as I got home the next day. What a wonderful couple. I keep using the word wonderful, but I can't think of any other superlatives to describe them. You know, how tough it's been for Tommy and how amazing it is to see him back out there on the road, learning his craft all over again. One of the great straight men of all time, a wonderful singer, and it's a really interesting book. You know, there's not many, and probably none, in terms of double acts who managed to stay like brothers for so long. And honestly, it was just an absolute privilege to speak to them both and hear their stories. And yeah, get out there and buy the book if you can. It's, if you're a northerner particularly, Cannonball holds a real place in your heart. They were absolute legends, and Tommy still is a legend, and Bobby's still a legend too. In this clip from the St Albans Festival at Talking Pictures TV, we speak to Andre Vincent, a big friend of the channel, an excellent comedian. Here are his tour dates coming up soon, and this is what he's told us about his knowledge of theatre ghosts.
One of a different trades girl was slipped in there and they blocked the tunnel up and she died and hence it's meant to haunt the theatre and the pub.
So you don't believe in ghosts, but these stories are something
I like anything with the theatres, anything like that. Oh yeah, I read them, I love them, but for me, no, you die, that's it, I'm afraid.
Well, there's a story in Steve's book called The Ghost Light, all about the theatre, all about that. It sounds like it'd be right up your street.
That's it, I'm having that. That is definitely on the reading list. The Ghost Light.
Yes.
247.
That's the one.
Get this book.
Thanks, Andre. Awesome. What a lovely chap. What an interesting story. I really hope he enjoys The Ghost Light, one of my favourite ghost stories from Steve Nallon's Ghost Stories. At the recent Talking Pictures Festival, of course, we caught up with the founder of Talking Pictures TV, himself, Noel Cronin, and he told us about his thoughts about ghost stories just before the event started. Hi, Noel. So, your favourite ghost story? Do you have a favourite ghost story?
Probably not. I like Halfway House,
okay,
which is a good one because it sort of takes you into a bit of believable country, you know, where you could believe what they were saying. And then, but yeah, ghosts, yeah, I think they exist. Why not? It's an energy force. There's got to be something out there. People have seen them. They've now photographed them. So I believe they are such things as ghosts. And I hope there are.
Thank you. Don't forget all the different places you can check out Talking Pictures TV now. It's completely free to watch. There's the Encore service, and, you know, you'd be a fool not to watch it. Check out this interview where I get to speak to the amazing Caroline Munro by her autobiography that's just come out. I've been reading it. What a wonderful person she is. She's so lovely. Probably one of my favourite people to speak to. I've met her a couple of times now, and if you indulge me, you'll get to hear a little bit more about that later, after I talk to her all about her favourite spooky movies and favourite spooky stories.
Hi Caroline, so thanks so much for doing this. Do you have a favourite ghost story, or do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in something. I loved, and I've seen it recently again, The Ghost, the film Ghost, with Demi Moore and wonderful Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that film, and it kind of got me thinking again. Well, and I lost my husband a few years ago, and I don't know, definitely something. I can only say something. I can't say I've actually seen a ghost, but I definitely have believed.
Oh, that's a
I think it has to be. There has to be something else. There really does. I think so.
And out of the, you know, many...
No, and not frightening.
Not frightening. No, you're scaring me a little. No.
Yes.
Is there a movie that you, like a ghost story or a spooky movie, not necessarily one that you've been in, that you return to again and again? Like you have a favourite spooky movie?
So a spooky film. I do like Edward Scissorhands. I find that very spooky.
Yeah.
At the top of my head. I love, of course, Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah,
and Christopher Lee. So I would say that would be a good one for me. Definitely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful time.
Yeah, and you too. Enjoy your day. And good luck with the podcast. Getting loads of ghosty people. Yeah.
After reading her book, it's so nice to have met her family as well. Just such lovely, kind people to meet. And this was one of the best parts of Steve Nallon's Ghost Stories on tour. We got to speak to people about their favourite spooky stories, share the book with them, and strangely enough, on the podcast, we paired one of Caroline's films with one of Steve's stories.
From the people who brought you Friday the 13th.
You know, I don't think there's an actress where I've watched as many films of theirs as I have of Caroline's, and well, indulge me, here I go talking about Starcrash and the first time I met Caroline. Hello, people of Earth. Hello, Starcrashers. I don't know if that's a thing, Trekkies and Trekkers and... Anyway, this video I'm going to show you why I think I have the best, greatest, biggest collection of Starcrash memorabilia in the entire universe. I'm going to speak to Luigi Cozzi, I'm going to speak to Caroline Munro, and I'll see you soon.
Our galaxy is split into two warring factions, our own and the one ruled by the evil Count Zartan.
like most great B-movie discoveries, Starcrash began for me with Mystery Science Theatre. From there, from hearing a few stories, I found out it was a lot older than I thought. And a couple of years after that, I was at a film festival in Manchester, the Starburst International Film Festival. And while I was there, I met Luigi Cozzi. Now, I'd already owned Starcrash on Blu-ray, and I had a look at the different things that were going on during that day. There was quite a small attended screening of Starcrash, and also Luigi Cozzi's Little Wizard of Oz, which he was a little bit embarrassed about talking about because it was like a sort of school's project film. And yeah, to be honest, I felt a bit bad. I laughed a lot through it, and not realising that he was in the room when we were laughing and watching it, me and my friend. But we did actually get to have a good chat with him. He loved drinking Coca-Cola. I must have bought him 3 or 4 Coca-Colas. We had a great time talking. His English wasn't amazing, so and my Italian is terrible. So we had a good sort of chat and discussion, a little bit, words here or there about Starcrash the film. And yeah, it was really good fun. He was more interested in telling us about the Little Wizard of Oz and why that was the premiere, but also it didn't really warrant a premiere. So that was quite fun, and it was just lovely to meet him. Obviously, I'd seen him on the DVD as Lewis Coates, which made me read more into that, and then, yes, I'll get into that a little bit more as we go along. So when you're at these events, you get talking to people, and I found out from one guy who was chatting to me at the bar about how Starcrash was made from the poster of Star Wars. They hadn't got Star Wars in Italy yet, and the idea was, what would Star Wars be like from this poster? Now, I know that sometimes happens with, they go off the paperbacks and they have to kind of imagine what they look like, and I think that's what adds to the charm of Starcrash. So after Rick and I stopped goofing around on the red carpet, we met loads of people during our times there, and you do get some really interesting stories. We met Graham Humphreys, the fantastic artist, film artist, Lawrence Harvey, we had quite a few gins with and a really good chat. And oh my word, I could tell you so many great stories about my afternoon with Lloyd Kaufman and his wife, and what we learned and what we talked about, and phoning James Gunn. Oh, wild. It was wild. It was so much fun talking to Lloyd Kaufman and the lovely Kamish, his wife. We really had a lot in common, and they both signed my fantastic art cell from Toxic Avengers cartoon series. Anyway, back to Starcrash. So a couple of years later, we went to, my friend David this time, we went to an event in Coventry for Maggie's Centres. Now, this meant a lot to me due to, I was raising money for cancer charities at the same time for family reasons, and I started reading about what Caroline Munro had done, and obviously I knew her as Stella Star, I knew her from James Bond, from one of my favourite Dracula films, and I just thought it'd be good to go and support her charity. And there was quite a lot of other people there, some people from a Low who I really wanted to see. It was a really cool time. There was somebody from James Bond Living Daylights, one of my favourites that I really wanted to see. But the best surprise and the best part of the whole thing was meeting Caroline Munro. She is the most kind, gentle, great listener, lovely person. What a fantastic conversation we had, and what a great meeting we had. You know, I think we were the last people to speak to her during the day, and she must have been exhausted because she was pretty much running the event and meeting people and signing things at the same time. Obviously, she signed my Blu-ray to go with Luigi Cozzi's name, so my Starcrash Blu-ray now has both names on them. But what she wrote on it was really beautiful, really kind and lovely. But it wasn't just that. It was, you know, we started talking about the charity, we started talking about family. She decided to give some free things to my dad, who was going through something at the time, and she wrote a really lovely message on there, but she raced after me and made sure that she wanted my mum's name on there as well, so that my mum didn't get upset or jealous. It was just so sweet. We talked about her work at Maggie's Centres, and she couldn't have had enough time for us, considering she'd been doing this for hours, talking to people for hours. She spent maybe 15-20 minutes, and it was also her asking questions to us kind of just thanking her for what she was doing, and it felt like just two old friends having a chat. And I'll show you some of the things that she gave us and some of the things that she did as we go along. But she really was the most lovely person, and I've always tried to keep supporting her charities and supporting her as time's gone along. Obviously, I'd asked her the famous question about James Bond and the bee sting, if you want to look that one up. But I also asked her lots of things about Starcrash. She said about Luigi Cozzi, maybe he knew a bit more English than he was letting on with me, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, she was an absolute delight. It was funny because we met somebody else during that day who I had a kind of childhood link to, and I thought, oh, she's amazing, this person, and it couldn't have been ruder. And I just didn't. But Caroline is everything that you could wish for and more. Just such a beautiful person inside and out, which sounds like a massive cliche, but it really is true. I got the impression Caroline and Luigi both were quite surprised that I'd been collecting Starcrash memorabilia. I think I was quite surprised too to realise I had so much. So now for the main event of my entire collection. Let's have a look. We've got this Starcrash wonderful programme from Germany, which really does make me laugh. Mainly because there's loads of German in there that I don't understand, but then it has things like trash and things like that. Let me just break it down a little bit. Things like numero uno rip-offs, diverse rip-offs, star trash. There's a few pictures in there of Caroline and some of the other characters, obviously. Surprisingly for a German thing, not very Hasselhoff heavy. Some of the more famous pictures from the film. And how to contact, I believe, the distributor so you can get your own copy or list your own film in the programme. I'm not quite sure. My German's not very good. Speaking of other things that I have, there's this wonderful VHS Video Gems one here. Might be the first thing I owned. Only mentions Christopher Plummer on the cover, but I love that Video Gems logo. Very 80s. It's got a PG on there. And we go through the back. Talks a little bit about the story, as you know what the back of a VHS looks like. But I do like that there's such different tones and ways of explaining the film, just basically to sell it related to whatever's popular at the time, because bear in mind this is 1978 film. Here we are, we have a German copy here. I think it was a German rental copy with some looks like painted artwork on it, which I thought was quite nice. It's not in the best condition, this one. I've had this one quite a while. I didn't do that damage to it. It goes through talking about a greenish gentleman and things like this, and then every single back cover I've seen of these has a different telling of the story. I think, guess depending on however they want to sell it. And my world famous Blu-ray, now signed by Luigi Cozzi, and says just for you, Matthew, with my love, Stella Star, Caroline Munro on there, and lots of hearts and kisses. God bless her. But yeah, isn't that so nice? I don't know if anybody else has those two signatures on their Blu-ray, so it might make my collection unique. My accidental collection unique. I do like that it says on the on this Blu-ray, that she is Han Solo's super hot sister. I don't know where that comes from, but I can't argue with the one part of that anyway. But yeah, as we go along, I kind of was surprised how much stuff I had. These art cards are beautiful, and I haven't got them framed yet, but I'm going to. A complete collection of the lobby cards that you would get up in the cinema, pinned up in the cinema. No pin marks in them, never been used. Absolutely beautiful. Got these all in Manchester, all in one. Just absolutely in immaculate condition, and they look so good as well. Some of the best pictures from the film. They actually make the film look a lot better. I mean, this is a very, very famous picture. And yeah, that just looks stunning, doesn't it? And they all are probably the prize part of my collection. It's hard to say which is my favourite part, but as you can see, some of the colours really pop on these lobby cards. There is a few other things to show you as well. This German poster here is a rather large poster. I'm not even going to attempt the German side of it. There's some really good sort of like artwork on there that's drawn or painted, which I do like those. I think we need to bring some of those back for sure. So those look really, really cool. And this is in really good condition. I got this over from Germany at quite a decent price on this one. Not the most accurate, but I think I prefer that sometimes. I like that kind of look on them. It's not my favourite of my posters that I have. I'll show you the favourite one that I have in a moment, but this is in really good condition as well. Interesting on some things, Hasselhoff's name's lower, Christopher Plummer's name's bigger, Carol Munro's name's, depending on who was more popular when these were released and re-released or what country they were in. It's fascinating to see. I particularly like that the font on the British ones are just quite standard bland fonts, but this is my favourite. This is the mini, the one sheet that I had framed a couple of years ago. And again, it doesn't look massively like Caroline Munro, except for the costume, as you'll all remember the costume. And I just love the little font on it there. It's obviously real and genuine. You know, it just, for me, this is what I think of when I think of Starcrash, this particular poster. And as you'll see, it is, if you watch a lot of my videos, it's pride of place behind me on my screen, or at least at the moment. And yeah, I just love this one. I just think it's really, really cool. I wouldn't swap this one for anything, even though I'm sure people would like to have it. And that's how it looks, and that is Caroline, and that's probably the most iconic picture there of her. I really do hope you've enjoyed looking through my collection. I'm getting more and more things all the time, somehow. Don't know how I'm doing this. Don't know why I'm doing this. But it is great fun, and it's a nice film to be attached to accidentally kind of meet all these people, pick up all these items. I just go, oh, there's a Starcrash thing, I'll have that. Oh, there's a Starcrash thing, I'll have that. And yeah, it's an innocent, sometimes boring, but vibrant to look at, silly knockoff with real charm. Obviously, it's Caroline Munro, Hasselhoff's in there, Christopher Plummer's good in there. There's a cowboy robot. I mean, I don't know what you think about the film, but I don't know if anybody else has been bothered to collect all this stuff. And I just wanted to share it with you. And thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you've really enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about the collection, let me know. If you've got any questions about the film or anything about the film that you'd like to tell me that I don't know, which probably lots, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye. Caroline does such wonderful work, and particularly for the Maggie's Centres. Get online, check out a Maggie's Centre, donate where you can, go to some of her events. How do we get her onto the honours list? Well, that rounds out this part of our time at the Festival of Film with Talking Pictures. Steve Nallon's Ghost Stories on tour is coming to a close, and it was an incredible experience. Don't forget to check out the book and the podcast. You won't regret it. See you soon.